They already done the Ioniq 5, which is the SUV. Now they're doing this, and I'm sure, off the top of my head I can't remember if they've actually mentioned this, but I'm sure they'll be doing a small little city car, something to rival other electric cars, city electric cars on the market, probably something like the Paybourne, along those lines. It has been confirmed for sure that the Ioniq 6 will feature a steering wheel. The prophecy concept, remember with these concepts, they're just outlandish versions of cars that will eventually be road cars. And the prophecy concept was one of them. It's going to be slightly watered down and then called the Ioniq 6. While the Hyundai prophecy's exterior styling is expected to strongly influence the design of the Ioniq 6, the same can't be said for the concept's interior. Welcome back, guys, to another video here at Paybourne Motor Projects, and we're talking about another brand new release car on the channel. We're talking about the Hyundai Ioniq 6. This is going to be a saloon car. Though some of the market is moving towards the bigger like SUVs, tiny little city cars, stuff like that. Sedans slash saloons, we tend to call them saloons, some countries call them sedans. They're moving away from that market, but Hyundai want to bring the saloon back and into the future, where this one will be an electric car. Now the Hyundai Ioniq range is Hyundai's electric range of cars, and they already done the Ioniq 5, which is the SUV. Now they're doing this, and I'm sure, off the top of my head I can't remember if they've actually mentioned this, but I'm sure they'll be doing a small little city car, something to rival other electric cars, city electric cars on the market, probably something like the Paybourne, along those lines. But yeah, as we move away from combustion engines, moving into electric cars, we're rapidly seeing the increase in the electric market and by 2030, I should imagine, well, in this country anyway, they want to stop all new sales of combustion engine cars by 2030. That's what the government have said in the UK. Just a video that I'm going to be talking about this car. I know what I know about it so far, so I'll be showing off some images and videos of the car, and yeah, talking about specifications, price, when it could be released. But we're looking at about 2022, 2023. We will be expecting, obviously, maybe late 2022 release, maybe third or fourth quarter. I'm thinking of 2022, maybe into 2023. But as of recording of this video, this is the details that I've got on the car so far. But before I jump in and talk about the Hyundai Ioniq 6, guys, if you are new to the channel and you haven't yet subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Yes, I do videos like this. I talk about new release cars. I will be doing a review car on my Alfa Romeo Giulietta. That's probably something that's going to come up next. I've also got a little project of a Focus that's been sat around for 2 years. I'm thinking of trying to get that started and doing a little video on it, see if I can get it started. But we will see. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna record it, and if it's worth putting up on the channel, I'm gonna put it up on the channel. And depending on when you guys view this video, it might already be on the channel. But obviously, if you're watching this as one of my new videos, then obviously it's not. But anything that you have missed on the channel, please consider checking out the channel, checking out the past videos that we've done. In the previous video, I talked about the Honda Civic Type R. The brand new 2022 Civic Type R, the 6th generation Type R. And yeah, and other little videos that we've done, detailing videos, project car videos, how-to videos, and so on. They're all on the channel. Please consider checking them out if you like this kind of stuff, and talking about cars and doing bits and bobs on cars. then please consider checking out other videos on this channel. And if you enjoyed the content that I create on this channel, then please consider hitting that subscribe button, and don't forget to click that notification bell so you're notified of all videos from Paybourne Motor projects in the future. Now back to the Hyundai Ioniq 6. Now this is what we know so far. So this Ioniq 6 is going to be based on the Prophecy concept car released by Hyundai a couple of years back. They showed off this car. They called it the Prophecy concept. Now it's not going to be exactly the same, and I'm glad it ain't, because the Prophecy concept didn't feature a steering wheel. It has been confirmed for sure that the Ioniq 6 will feature a steering wheel. The Prophecy concept, remember, with these concepts, they're just outlandish versions of cars that will eventually be road cars. And the Prophecy concept was one of them. It's going to be slightly watered down and then called the Ioniq 6. They're looking at targeting the Tesla Model 3 as a rival in that department, because it is a saloon, so it will be around about the size of a Tesla Model 3. And it will be following the release of the Ioniq 5 as a long-range family of EVs. As I said, the Ioniq range is Hyundai's new EV range. As you would expect, the finished production model will be rather more conventional than the concept, and it will share parts with the Ioniq 5. It's to offer a range of around about 300 miles and cutting-edge rapid charging technology, just like the Ioniq 5, because both models use the same E-GMP platform. This will allow the use of the same motors and batteries, although two cars are radically different body styles and looks. As you see, the Ioniq 5 is an SUV, the Ioniq 6 is a saloon. So quite a big difference in size, but will share similar parts. And on that basis, of course, it's going to be a lot cheaper for Hyundai to produce if they're sharing parts. And we're going to see it more often in this industry now, because a lot of car manufacturers are merging. A lot of car manufacturers are buying other car manufacturers in order to use share parts. In 2021, obviously, we saw the merger of PSA and Fiat Chrysler to create a new group called Stellantis. So that will feature your models of cars such as Vauxhall, Alfa Romeo, Fiat, Chrysler, Peugeot and Citroen. There's other models, I'm sure, but I can't remember them off the top of my head. But yeah, those think about all those car manufacturers all under one group, and they will be sharing parts. And there will be a new Alfa Romeo small hatchback that I have seen that will be based on the 308 that will be being released in a couple of years' time. It's still early stages to talk about yet, but Alfa Romeo will be releasing another hatchback, which is good news for me to hear, because obviously after the Giulietta was discontinued in 2020, all that Alfa Romeo had on the lineup was the new tonneau, which would be announced as of recording this in about a few days' time. They're going to be officially unveiling the tonneau. They've got a Stelvio and the Giulia. So there's not much in their range at the moment, so they will be bashing out some more cars in the range. But this is some of the stuff that we know so far about the Hyundai Ioniq 6. Is inspired by the Prophecy concept, so that is confirmed. It shares components with the Ioniq 5, as I said. It has about 300 miles of range, It may use the 76.2 kilowatt battery. Dual motor setup is possible. Minimalist cabin, which is, well, it's anticipated to have a minimalist cabin if the prophecy is anything to go by, but will obviously have more components than what the prophecy showed in its concept. And it's expected to go on sale around about 2022 to 2023. These are the things that we know so far about the Ioniq 6. Prototypes of the new Ioniq 6 have been spotted testing, and it looks very similar to what we know as the prophecy concept. Some of the images that I do have are of the prophecy concept, because Hyundai keeping the Ioniq 6 very wrapped up. There is obviously the car testing, but everyone always sees these cars testing, but we don't actually know what they look like because obviously they're still wrapped. But this swoopy alternative to the super popular Tesla Model 3 is the latest in a line of Ioniq branded electric cars. Following on from the Ioniq 5, and they head to the larger Ioniq 7 SUV. So there will be an Ioniq 7. The new Hyundai Ioniq 6 will be heavily inspired by the Hyundai Prophecy concept from 2020, albeit with tweaks to make it meet the latest safety regulations and the constraints of mass production. The concept's rear-facing cameras, like those available on the Audi e-tron SUV, look to have been replaced with conventional wing mirrors on these prototypes, while roofline appears to be raised to give backseat headroom a much needed boost, other than what has been seen in the prophecy concept. The uber slinky prophecy saloon car concept was designed to be as aerodynamic as possible, so it combined a simple curved silhouette with a ground hugging body and the bare minimum of intake and grills, which obviously isn't needed on an electric car. It's clear that the Hyundai Ioniq 6 prototype will look familiar to the prophecy concept, and even features similar to aerodynamic alloy wheels. Its swoopy roofline will make it look similar to the upcoming Mercedes EQE and EQS electric cars, and radically different from cars such as the conventional looking BMW i4. It's likely that the finished Ioniq 6 will also have a small rear spoiler, although any clues are hidden under thick black cladding in the masked photos. So the photos of the car going around covered up to hide some of the design features. While the Hyundai Prophecy's exterior styling is expected to strongly influence the design of the Ioniq 6, the same can't be said for the concept's interior. For a start, the dual joystick controls are certain to be replaced by a conventional steering wheel, and the tile-like door trims will probably make way for regular handles and door pockets. Expected to be a little similar to the Hyundai Ioniq 5's minimalist interior, albeit potentially with larger screens for the infotainment system and driver's display, as well as higher quality cabin materials. The wraparound dashboard design could appear on the finished car, and it's worth keeping your fingers crossed for Hyundai to offer the Ioniq 6 with the Prophecy's eye-catching tartan seats. Go and check out them if you've not seen them. The Ioniq 6 electric car will be built using the same underpinnings as the new Hyundai Ioniq 5, which is one of the best electric family cars on sale right now. As a result, expected to feature 2 electric motors, one to drive the front wheels and one to drive the rear wheels. Hyundai may offer a cheaper model using a single motor and 2-wheel drive at a later date. This will likely also serve as a base for the larger Hyundai Ioniq 7 SUV, which is rumored to go on sale around 2024. Again, stepping out these Ioniq range of cars. Ioniq 5 is already out, 6 is coming next, 7 2024. So if the 7 is expected to go on sale around about 2024, as I said, this Ioniq 6 should definitely be released 2022 to 2023. 2023 at the latest. The Hyundai Ioniq 6 will have around 300 miles of range. It's expected to use a similar battery pack to the Ioniq 5, although the capacity could be boosted from 72.6 kilowatts to closer to 100 kilowatts in top spec cars. The new Ioniq 6 should be compatible with the latest 150 kilowatt public fast chargers, enabling you to quickly add a decent chunk of additional range in just a few minutes. Now, Hyundai hasn't announced how much the Ioniq 6 will be, but it is said that they will be launching the car in 2022/2023. The smaller Ioniq 5 SUV starts from around about £37,000, so it's likely that the Ioniq 6 will be somewhere between £40,000 to £50,000, which, depending on what this car is packing, is in way of spec, not so much engine because it doesn't have one. We're talking about motor, and we've just talked about what that motor will be punching out. Features on the car and interior styling, so it all depends on what you're going to get for your money. But judging by the fact that this saloon is going to be up to £10,000 more than the Ioniq 5 SUV, it makes you think that it will be packing some features in the car. So we'll have to see. But yeah, those are the videos, those are the images of the Hyundai Ioniq 6. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts to this car. I at the moment, to be honest, I am not a lover of Hyundai styling at the moment. Hyundai are kicking off their Ioniq range. They did the 5, they were doing the 6 next, which is a saloon. 7 will be coming out in 2024 as a larger SUV. I'm not a big lover of Hyundai's styling at the moment, and if you see the new Kia Sportage, it's got Hyundai written all over it. Don't know what they're doing, these Koreans, at the moment, that with their styling. It's just not, it's not for me. It could be for you guys, but it ain't for me. Check out the images of the Ioniq 6. See what you think of what we can see so far of the car. Let me know in the comments section. Am I being a bit harsh on Hyundai for their styling? Do you think this ugly styling that Hyundai are doing at the moment is a bit of a harsh comment, or do you justify that is an ugly styling? I think at the moment, with regards to electric cars, electric is the future, and for some reason the future seems to be absolutely wild styling, and that's what Hyundai's got in mind at the moment. And I'm not just picking on Hyundai. There are other car brands. Don't say Kia because it's the same. It's under the same company. Kia are owned by Hyundai, so it will share some parts and possibly designers. So yeah, we will see how this Ioniq 6 fares out when it is released. But like I said, what we know so far about the car, just to round this up, it's going to be sharing parts and components in similar styling to the Prophecy concept released in 2020. It's going to be sharing components with the Ioniq 5. It's going to have around about 300 miles of range. It's going to be using well, we're going to say the baseline is a 76.2 kilowatt hour battery power, up to 100 kilowatt hour battery. It's going to more than likely have a dual motor setup. A lot of cars are also having dual motors. The electric cars, that is, not the hybrids. Although some hybrids, but the hybrids that have the combustion engine with electric motor, so they have that dual power. A lot of electric cars at the moment are doing dual motors in order to have the same kind of dual power, but even more poke than having a combustion electric combo. But the styling of the cabin is going to be similar to the Prophecy, but it's going to feature more components in it and a steering wheel, which would be nice. And yeah, it's expected to go on sale between 2022 and 2023 at £40,000 to £50,000. So that's what we know so far of the Ioniq 6. And yeah, if you have enjoyed this video, let me know in the comment section down below, and let me know your thoughts to Hyundai's Ioniq 6. And if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Please consider hitting that share button as well and sharing it out, and let more people check out these videos, especially if they like this kind of thing, knowing about new cars, and maybe want to know more about the Ioniq 6. If you know people that are, share this out on your social media by clicking that share button. And importantly, as most, please consider hitting that subscribe button, and if you do, click the notification bell beside it so you're notified of future videos from Paybourne Motor Projects. And yeah, guys, don't forget to check out the screen now for more videos. Go and check out any of those videos that you see on screen now. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video here at Paybourne Motor Projects. Not quite sure which one it's going to be, but again, hit the subscribe button and you'll get a notification when I release it, and it may take your fancy. But until then, check out these videos, and I'll catch you in the next one.